World War II, which lasted from 1939 to 1945, was one of the most significant and devastating conflicts in human history. It involved almost every part of the world and resulted in unprecedented destruction and loss of life. Below is a comprehensive history of World War II, divided into key phases. 1. Background and causes. Treaty of Versailles, 1919. The harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles, which ended World War I, left Germany economically devastated and politically humiliated. This fostered resentment that contributed to the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party. Rise of fascism. In the 1920s and 1930s, fascist regimes emerged in Italy under Benito Mussolini and in Germany under Adolf Hitler. Both leaders pursued aggressive expansionist policies. Japanese expansion. Japan, seeking to dominate Asia, invaded Manchuria in 1931 and China in 1937, leading to the Second Sino-Japanese War. Appeasement. European powers, particularly Britain and France, initially pursued a policy of appeasement, allowing Hitler to annex Austria, 1938, and Czechoslovakia's Sudetenland, 1938, in the hope of avoiding war. 2. Outbreak of war. 1939, invasion of Poland. On September 1, 1939, Germany invaded Poland using blitzkrieg tactics, combining fast-moving infantry, tanks, and air power. Britain and France declared war on Germany on September 3, marking the beginning of World War II. Soviet invasion of Poland. On September 17, 1939, the Soviet Union invaded eastern Poland, as per the secret Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact with Germany. 3. Early Axis victories. 1939 to 1941, Phony War, 1939 to 1940. After the fall of Poland, a period of inactivity on the Western Front, known as the Phony War, lasted until April 1940. Invasion of Western Europe. In April 1940, Germany invaded Denmark and Norway, followed by the invasion of Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, and France in May. France fell in June 1940, leading to the establishment of the Vichy government in the southern part of the country. Battle of Britain. 1940. Germany attempted to subdue Britain through aerial bombing, the Blitz, but the Royal Air Force, RAF, successfully defended the country. Axis expansion. Italy joined the war in June 1940, and the Axis powers expanded their influence in the Balkans and North Africa. 4. Turning points. 1941 to 1943, Operation Barbarossa, 1941. On June 22, 1941, Germany launched a massive invasion of the Soviet Union, initially achieving significant gains. However, the advance stalled due to fierce Soviet resistance and the harsh winter. Pearl Harbor, 1941. On December 7, 1941, Japan attacked the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, leading to the United States' entry into the war. Germany and Italy declared war on the U.S. shortly after. Battle of Midway, 1942. In June 1942, the U.S. Navy decisively defeated the Japanese fleet at Midway, marking a turning point in the Pacific War. Stalingrad, 1942 to 1943. The Battle of Stalingrad, from August 1942 to February 1943, ended in a catastrophic defeat for the German army. Marking a major turning point on the Eastern Front, North Africa and Italy. 1942 to 1943. The Allies defeated Axis forces in North Africa in 1943 and began their invasion of Italy, leading to Mussolini's fall from power. 5. Allied offensives. 1943 to 1944, invasion of Sicily and Italy. 1943. The Allies invaded Sicily in July 1943, leading to the surrender of Italy in September. However, German forces continued to fight in Italy until 1945. D-Day, 1944. On June 6, 1944, the Allies launched Operation Overlord, the invasion of Normandy, which marked the beginning of the liberation of Western Europe from Nazi control. Eastern Front, the Soviet Union continued its advance, recapturing lost territory and pushing into Eastern Europe. Pacific Campaign, the U.S. pursued an island-hopping strategy, capturing key islands and moving closer to Japan. 6. Collapse of the Axis powers, 1944 to 1945, liberation of France. 1944 Paris was liberated in August 1944, and the Allies continued their advance into Germany. Battle of the Bulge, 1944 to 1945, Germany's last major offensive in the West. The Battle of the Bulge failed, hastening the end of the war in Europe. Soviet advance. The Soviets captured Berlin in May 1945, leading to Hitler's suicide on April 30, 1945. German surrender. Germany unconditionally surrendered on May 7, 1945, marking the end of the war in Europe. VE Day. 7. End of the war in the Pacific, 1945, atomic bombs. On August 6 and 9, 1945, the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, leading to Japan's surrender on August 15, 1945. VJ Day. Occupation of Japan. Japan formally surrendered on September 2, 1945, aboard the USS Missouri, marking the end of World War II. 8. Aftermath and legacy. Casualties and destruction. World War II resulted in the deaths of approximately 70 to 85 million people, including civilians and military personnel. The war caused massive destruction in Europe and Asia. Holocaust, the genocide of 6 million Jews, along with millions of others including Roma, disabled individuals, and political dissidents, by Nazi Germany, is one of the most horrific aspects of the war. United Nations. The war led to the establishment of the United Nations in 1945, aimed at preventing future global conflicts. Cold War. The wartime alliance between the United States and the Soviet Union quickly deteriorated after the war, leading to the Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension and competition between the superpowers. 9. Economic and political repercussions. Rebuilding Europe. The Marshall Plan, initiated by the U.S., provided aid to rebuild Western Europe and prevent the spread of communism. Decolonization. The war weakened European colonial powers, accelerating the process of decolonization in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. Division of Germany. Germany was divided into 4 occupation zones, eventually leading to the creation of West Germany, Federal Republic of Germany, and East Germany, German Democratic Republic. In 1949, World War II fundamentally reshaped the global order, leading to the emergence of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers and setting the stage for the latter half of the 20th century.